So this is an article from Video Game Chronicle. Housemarque says it hasn't decided how it will solve Returnal's lack of saves. So let's. This is from a interview with Axios Gaming. I couldn't like open this up. I think it had like yeah, you got to sign up. So and I didn't want to, but essentially this is what it says. We understand that there are some systems in place that are currently a hindering factor, the guy said, and adding
Hindering
that the
factor for what?
huh?
Hindering factor for what?
I would say the more casual players.
Oh,
Um, adding that the developer's intent was to get players into a focused, hardcore mindset when playing the game, but that the feedback has been heard. They haven't decided what its next steps are, but currently we just don't know exactly what it is. So it's very difficult to announce anything because I think there's a lot of different people looking for different things. So um, let's see. The lack of any difficulty levels may unfortunately exclude less experienced gamers, but anyone who doesn't mind dying a bunch of times will thoroughly enjoy themselves. And that's me he's talking about. Cuz I'm one of the few people that don't mind dying, which is why I beat all the Dark Souls, Bloodborne and Sekiro even though I'm not inherently good at those games. It's just because I don't let dying get to me. You know what I mean?
yes.
It gets to me sometimes, but I usually bounce back pretty quick, which is the mindset you have to have a game. You have to have for a game like Returnal in its current state. So, have you beaten the game yet?
I haven't even played it until actually this morning. Funny enough,
Oh, okay.
I was in a good run before we were gonna meet up to record this,
Hmm.
and I was actually like, "Oh snap, it's getting close to the time. I don't know if I should message him and be like, hey, can we hold up for a second?" And then
Yeah.
I died like 2 minutes before we needed to meet up, and I was like,
Oh,
"Okay."
yeah. How far did you
But
get?
I still haven't beaten the first biome. Like I've barely played it. I was playing near Replicant, and I just 100%ed near
Oh,
Replicant
okay.
last night. So that's what that was my focus. And then now I'm gonna do Returnal, and I still yeah I'm playing the first biome, and I'm trying to get accustomed to just playing it again because I actually haven't played it since the first day I purchased it. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, this is neat.
Yeah.
Going back to near.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like when I see articles like this, I get it. There's people that might be interested in this game
Yeah.
if it wasn't so hard,
Hmm.
but there are no games for everyone.
Yes.
And
Nor should there be, because they
this
won't be
is
good.
the type of game that it is. You're
Yeah.
interested in it or you're not.
Yes.
It's really simple.
Yeah.
And I think Housemarque made the game that they wanted to make.
Hmm.
And in terms of shooters,
Yeah.
it's just it's just like any other shooter, except for the fact that you know I guess each run is quite can be considered quite long. I'm sorry if I'm
Yeah.
boring you.
Yeah. No, it can be around a couple hours for each run,
Yeah, exactly.
and then to beat the whole game is around 10 to 15. 20 hours maybe for some people like myself.
Yeah. But so I mean I'm content with the game as it is. I need to get through it. I need to it is a game where you just have to get good.
Hmm.
Point point and blank.
Yeah. Um. And
So if they come up with a solution, I it is what it is. But for the
yes.
time being, I think that the game has its audience.
Yes.
And if you're not part of that audience, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
No,
okay.
I agree. I agree. And I think what the guy said sums it all up. The game is designed to be a focused, hardcore experience. So if you're
Correct.
going in there not focused, not ready to grind, then you're just not going to get far unless you're like
It's
a
not Animal Crossing. You're
yeah.
not coming to it after like a long day at work
Hmm.
and being like, oh, okay, I'm gonna relax
Yeah.
to some Returnal.
Yeah. Now, funny enough, I do find the game relaxing, which is probably why I'm not beating it yet.
How much have you
Because
played?
I've played at least like 8 hours, maybe
Oh,
10
dang.
hours.
How
Yeah.
many biome? Which biome have you gotten to?
I got to the first boss, funny enough, on my second run,
Yes.
and I almost beat him the first time.
Okay.
After that, I haven't gotten to him again. And I
Wait, after eight
think,
hours of play?
yeah, and I think it's because of what you said. I keep playing after work when I'm exhausted,
Oh,
and my focus just isn't there. And one slip up in this game, that's it. You know what I mean? You can
yeah, that's
die.
not a good look.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for that. I mean, look,
Even Hades, you had to be focused. You
hmm
can't just like lollygag in that game and be like, oh, whatever.
no, you can't, man. You can't. There's some games you just have to be focused for, and
Yeah,
if you go in with the wrong mindset, you're just not going to get far. You know?
agreed.
For example, the last boss of Sekiro.
Dude, just the last boss. How about Lady Butterfly?
Yeah, lady, you and me both. You beat her quicker than me, but oh my god. This is yeah, like there's just
I
some
Here's the
games.
thing. He just said I beat her quicker than him. I
Yeah.
took 3 hours to
Yeah.
beat her. And it was mostly because I was too stubborn to leave. I had stumbled into that area much earlier
Hmm.
before I even got my first upgrade. And well, not just before my first upgrade, but before that one ogre, that chained ogre,
Yes.
whatever it's called,
Yeah.
before I even beat that thing.
Yeah.
I just got into this place and I was just like, let's do this. We're here. I obviously have to get good.
Yeah.
And I just kept doing it over and over, just like figuring out her patterns, figuring out her move set, and like recognizing when to move, what to
Hmm.
do. I hate the fact that, and I love the game, but I
Yeah.
hate the fact that they didn't really have a different symbol or something for when you need to dodge. Like, that red
Yes.
kanji symbol that appears. It's
Yes.
like, that doesn't help me.
No. You have to know what you're supposed to do through
Exactly.
through trial and error.
E- exactly.
Some you have to
And sometimes
parry.
trial and error
Yeah.
takes a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So there you have it. You just got to play the game and you have to decide if you like it or not. If
Yeah,
you don't, I would recommend getting a physical copy. That way, if it's not your cup of tea, you can sell it or trade it in at least.